Hello, good morning, and welcome to Bill Riccardi's weekly Patreon update. I, of course, am Bill Riccardi, a creator and purveyor of fantasy novels. So what's going on this week? We're going to talk a little bit about the Blackstaff Siblings and how we have broken through a wall there, a mental wall of mine, and we'll cover what happened after that. We're going to be talking about the fan short story, which hopefully is going to be completed either this weekend or by midweek this week. And we'll talk a little bit more about how that turned into a novella. And finally, we're going to cover the potential re-release and revamp of the covers of the Ihy Saga and what the status is with that. So, let's first speak of the Blackstaff Siblings. So, book 2 of the Blackstaff Siblings, of course, is still in progress, but we made a major breakthrough. I didn't get a lot of writing done on it. It was a marketing week due to the recent re-release of A Princess of Last Resort, the first book in the series. We went broad with that, and so I did have to spend a lot of time with advertising and what have you. But on the writing side, we are making progress. There's a very difficult bit where I had to determine how, not Granite, who definitely is the main focus of the story, but Sarah and the rest of the group were supposed to uncover certain aspects of the adventure so they could move forward. And I was completely stumped. You write down in the outline they do this, but you don't necessarily talk about how they do this. I broke through the big barrier as to how Sarah was going to realize what was actually going on and proceed forward from there. So it was actually a fairly big deal. Not a lot of words written, but a lot of time spent getting through that particular barrier. But now that we're through it, it should be smooth sailing. And next week, we're going to get a lot more done. So why didn't we get a lot more done this week? Well, there's a combination of two different things going on, and we're going to cover them in order. First, the fan short story. I was definitely greatly inspired to work on that, and it has turned into possibly a 20K story instead of instead of the 5 to 6K short story that originally ended up with. I had to do a lot more world building, a lot more character revelation than I originally planned. It was just going to be a couple combat scenes and that's it. But now it is a couple of combat scenes sandwiched in quite a bit of world, and some fun stuff in there too. So it's growing, it's happening, and this weekend should be the main thrust of the remainder of it. Afterwards, we'll do some final edits, get out to a couple beta readers, and then hopefully have it in everyone's hands by next Friday. That is my ambitious goal. So there you go. What else have we done? New covers for the Ihy Saga, and anyone who is on the mailing list as well will already know this because I'm using them as an example audience so they can give me feedback. So far, the latest version, the one that I just sent out last night, is kicking butt. So I will share it with the Patreon folks as well, just to make sure that everyone's on the same page. And assuming that there's no major red flags, I think this is the one we're going with, folks. I'll also post it over on Reddit to make sure that they know that their feedback was very helpful, very useful. And then we'll start pushing it out to all of our mediums, and that will allow us on all 5 stores to present a more modern Ihy Saga, and then we're going to start pushing advertising for it. So there you go. That's it for me. It's been a heck of a week so far, and this next upcoming week is just starting. So I hope everyone stays safe, stays cool out there. It's mighty hot over here in Belfast, although not as bad as it is in the likes of France and what have you. So please stay cool out there, stay calm and collected, and stay hydrated, please, because the weather is just getting started. that's about it for me. We'll talk again next week. Cheers and have a good one.